Thank you. Welcome to the Miss Francois Show, where we use laughter and humor to help others deal with their dysfunctional relationships. Yes, I'm talking to you. As always, we're about to witness a great show. I mean, every one of my shows is great, so it doesn't even matter. But today, I'm going to change it up a bit. Normally, we have a comedian, but today, I'm going to have a poet start the show off. She goes by the name of Shazmine Positive Paradigm. She's an author of The Whispering Suicide Journal and Heirlooms. Her focus is to revive the dreams and goals. She do a bunch of stuff. So what you really need to focus, she's a coach. She like to encourage people. She does a bunch of boys. She don't have a man. She has a cat and all that other good stuff. So with that said, now you know a little about who Shazmine is. So we're going to go straight to Shazmine, and she's going to do a poem for us. It's called Endeavors. Shazmine, girl, let me hear what this poem song like. Hopefully I don't fall asleep.
You got it. Hello, people. Hello, people. As she said, this poem is called Endeavors. I used to hate you. Can't stand to look in your face, let alone your eyes. There was always something about the absence of your love that I always despised. Creating thoughts in my head that made me cry. False evidence appearing real, and all you knew was lies. You never said that you hate me, but I could see it in your actions. There was fire in your eyes, and I lit the matches. Hating you was like a drug, something like crack is. Now, on the outside looking in, I'm trying to figure out what was attractive. Addicted to painful situations. But for love, there was no patience. So as I look in the mirror, I see the person that I hated. Hating you is like hating me is like committing suicide. Yet somehow I am still alive. Pretending like I'm someone else keeps me from acknowledging what's inside. I never liked walking past mirrors because all I wanted to do was hide. I was born for a reason and I hated myself because I couldn't figure out why. I love you, I said to myself for the very first time. And with doing that, I declared my rights and I rewrote my wrongs. And these words brought joy to my soul, something like a beautiful song. Three simple words shifted my life to become what it was supposed to be all along. Loving yourself will carry you through every endeavor. So I ask you, when was the last time you told yourself, I love myself? Have you ever?
There's so much I can say about that angry person that just recited that poem. I didn't know where she was going in the beginning, but I guess the whole point is that she loved herself. If you notice, it's right after the relationship didn't work out, that's when she decided to love herself. Woman. Anyway, thank you, Shazmine, for that wonderful poem. So now we're going to go straight into our segment today, which is called Long Distance Relationship. I'm here with a beautiful young lady. Her name is Briana Clerdonna. She's a freelance model and blogger, an entrepreneur, and founder of the Workshop, which is a program to instill confidence and provide guidance to young models. Hey, girl. They only clapping because you're cute, okay? Other guests they
thank
don't
you.
clap that much
I
for.
appreciate it.
So first of all, thank you for being on the show today, and we're talking about long distance
Yes.
relationship.
Well, thank you for having me, first off.
You're very welcome. Duh. So I like to get straight into stuff. I don't like to go through any long rambling stuff. So you're in a 2-year relationship with a young man?
Yes, I am.
Oh God, girl.
Yes, I
2
am.
years.
2 years.
How far? What's the distance?
He lives in Miami, and I live in Boston, Massachusetts.
So you have a man in Miami where there's naked girls walking all over the place and summertime,
Don't.
and you're up here in the cool.
Yeah. Unfortunately, yes.
So tell me how you even meet someone that far away in Miami.
Listen, I was never looking for a relationship when I went to Miami. I went there to turn up for my 23rd birthday. I go with my friends. She was dating somebody that lived in Miami as well. So they had a little birthday party for me, invited some friends. And my friends went to the store. She said, "You're going to stay here with him." And I'm like, I am going to sleep. I'm not going to stay here talking to him.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, long story short, we talk and we never stopped talking. So
Oh,
that's how we met.
shut up. That's always in the cute in the beginning until you hear the rest of stress that comes with a relationship.
yes,
Then they're
yes.
like, oh my God, leave him, girl. But so that's a cute story. You
Yes.
went down there to turn up. You end up getting a whole man.
Yes, a
I
whole
live
man.
right here. I walking up and down. I can't find one.
He
But
may
it's all
not
right.
be in New York.
Okay, so how often do you all see each other in order to keep this relationship alive?
It's hard because sometimes we have to sacrifice and see each other like every other month. But lately, we've been trying to see each other at least once a month, sometimes more, like twice.
So it's either once a month, you all sacrifice, maybe it's twice a month.
Yes.
This sound kind of expensive. Are you driving there? You're walking there, taking
No,
a plane?
I'm taking planes, but we have Expedias and True Blue, stuff like that.
Now, if anyone pays attention, right? She said she's about 23. 2 years, so she's about 25. I want to know where the hell she getting this money to go see man. Go ahead. How are you finding this money
Girl.
to be going to look for penis?
Well,
I mean, man.
I work a lot, and so I'm able to, and he helps me too. So we do back and forth things where we help each other.
So you're like, this time you pay for it, or the next time he pays? Or like,
It depends on the occasion. If it's for my birthday, he's paying. If it's for his birthday, I'm probably gonna help him. I'll pay for him. It depends.
So sometime in the back of your mind, you don't say, I could save my money and get a man right close by than flying all the way down there for that. I mean, that stuff must be real good, girl.
Yes, but you know what it is? I rather have dealt with him because he shows me so much more attention than I've ever received from men in Boston.
Okay, don't go to Boston.
Well, he
All
came
right,
to visit me
that's all
a
I
month
learned.
after we met. So I was like, okay, I guess I can give him a chance, and then we never continued. We never stopped talking after that.
Oh, how cute. So you're splitting the thing sometimes. Okay, so that's how you make the thing with the money kind of
Yeah.
situation.
It depends on the
Okay,
occasion.
so, but how are you all keeping this? So you all talk every day? What?
We talk all day on FaceTime. FaceTime is crucial. We have to have FaceTime because if we didn't have FaceTime, I wouldn't understand how our communication would be there. I couldn't just talk on the phone. But we talk on FaceTime. We talk all day. We go to sleep on the phone sometimes. Most of the time, we sleep on the phone. It's just a lot. That means I'm always like this and always like this communicating because communication is like key.
And that's what I would go into, the communication part.
Yes.
You know? I mean, you're okay looking female, right? So my thing was, how are you keeping this communication thing going? Because sometimes if your boyfriend or whoever live close by, if you can't find that person, all of a sudden you're jumping in your car, driving by their house, like, where you been? I call you. So you distance away. You can't drive by nothing.
I know. But you know what it is? I do trust him.
What the?
Because I trust him because he's not a man that likes to go out, and he likes to stay home. He's a homebody. So he's mostly always home, or if he's not home, he's at his friend's house.
I'm about to put some doubt in her mind. Don't worry.
Don't do that.
So he's always home.
Yeah.
So most of the time, you make sure you FaceTime so you could see the surroundings.
Exactly.
All right. Very good. Very good. Very good. All right. Now that makes more sense. So let me hear. How much sex all you having through the phone? All you doing what kind of, I don't, because, I mean, we all have needs. I don't understand it. You're looking up, wait.
I'm looking around, I'm like, we don't do those type of things on the phone.
What kind of boring? Oh, okay, okay. Hi, honey, how was your day? Okay, I get that. I get the communication. So, okay, I am horny today. What is the situation going to be?
I don't know how I do it.
You wait
I
to,
don't.
honey, on
I
the
wait.
25th
Yes.
of things.
When are you coming? Yes, that's what it is.
Okay, long distance, not for Miss Francois. That's just ridiculous. So you come on my show to lie about no phone sex. So no phone sex.
No.
No phone sex.
No.
All you know she lying. You tell me she ain't lying.
No, I'm serious.
And how old is he?
He's 20. He's about to be. Well, he's 26. Yeah.
Okay, you said that like he was 36 or
he's
something.
26.
He's 26.
Yes.
I have to meet this gentleman because something definitely
you will.
wrong. Okay, what would you say is the best thing about being in a long distance relationship?
The best thing about being in a long distance relationship, for me, I feel like is the joy in seeing him. Like when we see each other, like flying in. I feel like that's always like butterflies in my stomach. Like I'm seeing him for the first time every time. But sometimes when he's getting on my nerves, I'm like, just get in the car. We'll just go. Let's just go. But that's like really one of the best things, like seeing him for the first time every time.
And when you all do see each other, you all have like things planned out, like, because that's a good point. So when you see me, like, oh my God, it's like almost the first time every month. but so how do you all have things planned out to do? What are you all like doing when you all see each other?
Most of the time, we try to plan things like, all right, we're gonna have this activity on this day we're gonna do dinner. We plan out our weekend so that we enjoy each other, and because we're not with each other all the time, so we have things to make up for. So we really try to make sure we plan out our whole weekend. Sometimes we're like, all right, let's just Netflix and chill, because nobody wants to keep Netflix and chill. You know what I'm saying? I like to do that because I like to chill at home too, and we like to watch movies together, even though we fall asleep. That's what it is.
And else, what's the reverse side of that? So that's one of the best things about having a long distance relationship. What has been the hardest thing for you with having a long distance relationship?
Communication. Even though we have our only thing that we have is the phone. So sometimes if he's not answering the phone or if he's not texting back and I see he's on Instagram or doing other things, I'm like, okay, what are you doing? And it could be he just wants to be by himself and chill, but because we're on the phone, it does get annoying having the phone attached to your ear all the time or your face on the FaceTime all the time. So I get it, but it's very hard to communicate with him. That's something that we're still learning about each other because we're not with each other all the time.
And as you said, it's been 2 years, right?
Yes.
So where do you see this relationship going? I mean, how much more money you're going to be spending flying back and forth?
Oh, not much more. We're trying to plan now. We are planning now for him to move here. He wants to move to Massachusetts first before we decide on moving anywhere else.
Why?
Why Massachusetts? I know. I should go to Miami, but he wants to move to he wants to go to Boston because he'd rather leave his family rather than have me leave mine. And he loves my family, so he wants to be around us too.
Sounds like she has a place to live. That's what that sounds like. But with that said, we are going to take a small break, and I'm going to talk some sense into this young lady. Okay, so come on back and hear all about long distance relationship with Briana Clerdonna.
Yes, cool.
Same thing, whatever. Bye bye.
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self. And I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
Hamilton was adopted from a rescue in 2008. He really likes to be around people. And as soon as I start to make my breakfast, Hamilton is right there. I get out my mat and I'm doing a downward dog and he's underneath. He's quite the pug about town. He gets invited to a lot of parties. He knows he's a pretty big deal. I mean, look at this little face. How could you not love him?
Hi, and welcome back to one of the best shows I've ever been a host of. Wait, this is the only show I've ever hosted, but that's not the point. So, welcome back to the Miss Francois Show. Today we're talking about long-distance relationships, and I have with me my guest, Briana Clerdonna. Look, I don't pronounce names right. Don't hold that against me. Okay, so one thing I want to make sure you all look at this young lady, okay? She is beautiful. I'm going to have some pictures of beautiful. I am jealous.
Thank you, stop.
Okay, so we're going to have some pictures up so you could see this supermodel in somewhat action. Oh my God, yes, people. Oh my God.
Thank you.
Next photo.
Thank you all.
And my favorite.
Yes.
Look at that. Okay, that is amazing.
Thank you. Thank
Now,
you.
let me explain to you why I showed those photos. She is beautiful. You listen to her speak, she's obviously intelligent. Girl, you're 25. Why the hell you hold it on yourself with a long distance relationship?
I knew you were going to ask this.
What? I mean, you see what that look like?
Yeah.
People in the audience, woman, man, child, is like, my God, look at perfection.
Well,
Because somebody waiting outside to kidnap you.
and that's fine. That's the people I don't want to be with.
Oh, okay. I trying to get kidnapped. So, so he's not worried? I mean, you're a supermodel, you're intelligent, you own your little company, you're instilling all this confidence in young ladies. He not worried? Because I'm worried.
He's actually very supportive of all that I do. As I model and stuff like that, I feature in videos and stuff, he's very supportive. He's not worried at all. I'm not sure. I'm surprised because I've dealt with people in the past that were very insecure about my modeling. But he's very secure. He knows that if he's not doing anything, he trusts that I'm not doing anything. So he's very secure and very supportive.
Wow. Okay, I guess you could keep him for another year. This
guy. He's a good guy.
So, like how you kept bringing up communication is one of the biggest things trying to keep this relationship going. When jealousy and bad thoughts enter your mind, and they do.
Yes, they do.
How are you suppressing? I don't want to use suppressing. That sounds so negative. But what are you doing to avoid these thoughts?
I ask questions.
Give me some questions you're asking. Where the hell were you at? It's 6:05. You should have been home at 6:02.
Yes. Where are you? What are you doing? I try not to press him because then he gets upset with me. Like, why are you asking me these questions? As if you think I'm doing something. I just ask general questions. These are everyday questions. What are you doing? Where are you? Okay. Why didn't you answer my phone call? Okay. How long did it take you to do that? I ask very detailed questions.
You know what
just
it
to
is?
make sure of it.
When you ask your questions, you sound so sweet and you sound so nice
Sometimes
that it comes
it comes off that way, and sometimes it doesn't. I know I need to work on that, but hey, it needs to be asked.
Right, and that will even if like what you said, that also goes into when you do have arguments and disagreements. Again, say someone hangs up the phone. You don't know what he's doing. Is he that angry again? I do drive-bys. I can't do a drive-by if you live in Florida.
I know. With that still has been a struggle. Obviously, every relationship has disputes. I don't like to call them arguments, but disputes. Disagreements, disputes. Honestly, what I do, we make non-negotiable. So I say, you can't hang up the phone on me. Sometimes it does happen because we obviously get hot-headed, but we try to make a list of things that we're not going to do when we do get upset and have arguments. It's still hard, still working on it because we're human, but that's what we try to do. We try to compromise on that.
Okay. You answer so well, a bunch of... you answer. Thank you for that great answer. So what advice would you give to other people who thinking about doing a long-distance relationship?
Well, my advice would be just make sure that that's something that you want to do, because it does get hard. You know, because sometimes you just want to be loved and held, and sometimes you just want your own space and time. But those times where you do want the love and affection, you can't have that right away. So just make sure that's something that you're gonna be invested in.
And that's how that you like all the things you mentioned or that I mentioned that you do, you're very busy. So how do you even find time to be on the phone all the time and to be doing all of this? Because right now
Oh,
I'm
girl.
exhausted listening to you.
We have a schedule. We have it down pat, a schedule. We call in the morning on the way to work. Sometimes we speak on the way to work. Sometimes we don't. We say, hey, how are you? How was your sleep? Da da da. And then we'll say, oh, I want to listen to my music. We'll talk. Well, all right, I'll talk to you later. Sometimes we text during work, and I'm not supposed to be doing that, but we do. Sometimes we email at work too, because we're annoying. We speak on break, and then after work, and then I let him know what I have planned for the day, and then we speak in between times. We text in between times. It's a lot. I'm always on my phone speaking to this man, a lot, but I don't mind doing it.
Because you love him.
I love him.
That's when you say, oh, go ahead. That is so sweet. So, okay, during all this kind of situation, all the back and forth, does it ever seep into your mind? Because this is how it always happens. Little things seep in, or your little jealous girlfriends seep in. You never thought it would be easier to just have a guy up the block? Okay, not up the block, but you know.
Yeah, but I'm not interested. Listen, have you been to Boston before?
No, thank you.
Okay, yeah. So if you've been to Boston, it's like I feel like it's just too small. So everybody knows everybody. You know, I'm just not interested in the men that are out there. There's some attractive men out there. I'm not going to say that, but I'm saying people that I've dealt with.
What's their address? What?
What's their address? It's okay. I'll talk to you about that after
Okay,
the show.
just checking.
But yeah, I'm not interested. I've dealt with not a share, but I've dealt with some men, and I'm just not interested. He was very supportive of me since day one. He's always been consistent with me, so I was just like, why would I deal with somebody that's inconsistent in the same city as me? I'd rather be with a man that's going to be consistent with me all the time, even though he is in Miami. But it is fun because I get somewhere to
go.
vacation on the weekends.
I know, and it's the same. The one thing I definitely like you go back to, one of the favorite thing is going there and seeing him on all these butterflies and stuff.
Yeah.
So that does make it fun.
It
That's
does
the
make it
whole
fun.
oh.
Yeah, when we have our activities and we're enjoying that with each other, it's like a breath of fresh air. Even though we are, like I say, if we're having an argument or, you know, before I come, and I'll still go and we still will have a good time. We just talk it out, lay it on the table, and then we go and we enjoy ourselves.
And like you said, you see, most likely he wants to. You all talked about moving and stuff.
Yes.
And as of right now, it seems like he may be coming up here, and he would be the one moving here.
Yes.
And you're okay with that?
Yeah.
Ah,
I wanted to happen sooner than later.
So okay, so where do you see this? Like what? This is the other thing. Like I watch a lot of movies and read a lot of books. So that would in your back of your mind, you don't think that might be hard for him to be transitioning here because you said he would be leaving his family, even though he's okay with it.
Yes.
Does he have friends and family here at all in Boston?
When I met him, one of my friends dates his friend, and that's how we met. So he lives in Miami. Her man lives in Miami with him. They're friends, and she lives here. So he's gonna be moving out here too. So he's gonna feel. I'm not saying I don't want him to wait on him to move out here. He's still gonna do it without him regardless. But he's gonna be more comfortable because he's gonna have a friend, and then he has family, his friend's family that he's cool with. So he's gonna have them, and then my family. He loves my family. Like he's been around for a while, so everybody knows him and everybody's comfortable. He's comfortable with them. He calls my sister and texts her all the time. It's annoying sometimes, but they be having their side conversation. What are you guys talking about? They're like, we mind your business. But they have their own relationship, so that's gonna be fine.
Okay, you seem like you have everything set good. I can't sway you. As of right now, we're keeping him.
Yes, we're keeping him.
We're not going for anyone next door or up the block.
No.
And you see how you do the communication, the trust, and how do you even manage? Again, you being this beautiful, you know, man is man or whatever. But since we have this trust, from your point of view, being as beautiful, how do you stop yourself from seeing something else? Because it's one thing like men seeing you and want to kidnap you, but how you seeing something else you might be interested in, how do you stop that? Or you just think back, oh, my man is there for me and he's there. Well, that doesn't work all the time.
You can, sometimes everybody looks, but you just can't touch. And that's never been something that I've been interested in I've never been. I wouldn't be in a relationship if I had the idea to cheat. It's true. I wouldn't be. What's the point?
No, I agree. You are so right.
Even if there's some temptation that comes around or a past relationship that will pop back up, but I'll be like, you know what? I can't have this conversation with you. I can't do this with you. I'll just move on. Yeah, you can't.
And you see, how, compared to a typical relationship that's close by, since you all are long distance, you all talk so much. Do you all? It's like that's like a good thing. Some people see it as a good thing, as a bad thing. Because when people start to ask you about your past, because don't you like run out of stuff to talk about? Yes, I know what you did today. You did that, but you keep talking, and sometimes maybe certain things you won't tell the guy that's next door because you're not talking as much because you're occupying your time doing other things or whatever. But what do you all keep talking about every day, morning, noon, and night? You're always on the phone.
I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes we'll be on the phone and won't speak. It's the weirdest thing. We just will be on the phone just to feel like we have each other's presence. But we talk about work. We talk about things that he's doing. Talk about his family. I interact with his nieces. It's a lot. We have a bunch of conversations. Then we'll talk about like stuff that I'm doing with like my stuff, like modeling or whatever. I talk about a lot. Our conversations are colorful. We have a lot of conversations.
And you know what's also scary? So when he does come here, let's say he has a friend and he adjusts well. He already know what he plans on doing, like job-wise or whatever, because you're already settled.
Yes, but I would want him to figure that out before he comes. I would never have him just come into a situation that he's not comfortable and he's not working or whatever. I'm telling him like, okay, we're gonna see if we can apply to jobs. We're gonna, get phone interviews or something like that, and then you can come visit and have in-person interviews. I'll make him comfortable, and we'll settle on something before he comes. I'll make sure that he's comfortable before he comes.
Yeah, like a true lady.
Yes, of course.
With that said, I want to take this time to just say thank you so much, Briana. I'm not going to waste my time mentioning your last name because I'm not going to pronounce it correctly. But you seem like a very down-to-earth, humble, beautiful young lady.
Thank you.
And girl, I have a lot of respect for you right now. Holding down a man 2 years, you had to fly on a plane, you had to take a car. Nah, okay? If I need my man's supposed to be close by, I want to be doing drive-bys.
You're crazy.
But it was awesome talking to you.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah, I just think you're still mad, but whatever the case might be, because me
A
not
lot of
doing that.
people
I
think
need
that.
to see where my man is. If I can't see where my man is, I want to call him here and answer the phone, I will kill him.
And this is why we have FaceTime.
But anyway, make sure you like, subscribe, and follow me on social media. It's MSS Francois. Multi-talented, and super sexy. Okay? So join me back here for another episode of the Miss Francois Show.